This November 25th, Typhoon Nivar is on the verge of making landfall on the eastern coast of India, or at least very, very close to doing so. Here's the current satellite appearance as of the latest, as of 3:02 Eastern Time, and it does look like the storm may be at least making landfall, very close to making landfall. As we look, because you can clearly see right now that most of the convection has now moved over land. As you look at those latest frames right here, with that big bubble of convection being over near Pondicherry, and so that does indicate that landfall has likely started to occur, if not occurred, with the center estimated to be around here at the moment. The landfall is a lot more south than expected, where we were expecting a landfall all the way north up here, and that has not occurred as expected. And the storm is looking a lot worse, a lot quicker, which is why we have decreased our intensity quite a bit from what we've last expected. But the storm has come through and made that landfall. Again, we did see a pretty far jog towards the south in the last couple of frames. As we look at the current track, it was expected to generally just move straight northwest or north, straight north. But that has not happened. Instead of that, when the storm was right here, just continued straight eastward, straight westward. I'm so sorry. It did just continue straight westward instead of continuing on that northerly jog here, which is actually a fairly good news, because it took a little bit. It could have intensified a little bit more, but that really did not happen with this one, and we actually saw it really weaken. So we have a little bit less impacts for Chennai here, and we're looking at a little bit more impacts for some southernmost parts. Here's where it's currently located. Of course, according to this, the storm has winds of 80 miles per hour, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. This is what weather coverage as well as 413 is going with. We went with 75 miles per hour, but even 70 miles per hour right now is not out of the question. So we really went with a much decreased, because the storm is looking a little bit worse. This elementary is from about 10 minutes ago, as you can see on the screen. And already the storm was starting to really be troubling a little bit with just this massive blob of convection. I wouldn't be surprised if the Joint Typhoon Warning Center drops it down to 75 or 70 miles per hour the next visit. So right now we're running with 75 miles per hour sustained at the moment, as you can see. That looks like to be the case right now, and we look to be getting these conditions moving further inland, as well as tropical storm conditions extending pretty far out away from the center. If you are in the location of this storm, please be careful and take precautions. This is a very serious situation. Anywhere right now from Karaikal to really Chennai, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, you guys could be getting tropical storm force wind equivalent conditions. If you look at the wind here, this is the European model. As you can see, this is right now, so it has made landfall. As you can see, it does show that those pretty strong winds here starting to come through, potentially with very, very bad impacts to the area. So obviously, take precautions. You're getting pretty strong winds all around here. You can see here those cloud tops coming in. So we're going to have to be careful. Here's some of those potential rainfall, accumulated rainfall in the next 5 days. And this is the next 10 days. So quite a bit of rainfall could be dropping here, as well as thunderstorms near Pondicherry. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And then coming through over. So we're going to be having to see that. And I'll be posting more videos if necessary on this storm, as it has now officially made landfall according to last news analysis.